Dear students and all viewers of my class, welcome to my class. Today I would like to discuss key distribution and management in cryptography and network security. So before going to the topic, I would like to introduce myself, Dr. Anjaya, Professor of CSC, Saint Engineering College, Hyderabad. In continuation of previous class, I would like to see the different key management and distribution process. Now here key management and distribution. Now here key management. What is key management and how it will be distributed? The keys will play key role here. So now here how the keys will be play key role is nothing but sender side and receiver side. When we are applying the encryption and decryption process, we are going to encrypt and decrypt with the help of keys only. That's why we require to play a vital role for key management. So now here for this, they are going to have some correlation with protocols and cryptographic functions, some management issues. All these are very complex process. That's why this key distribution and management leads to a little bit hard process. So that's why here now symmetric schemes are required. Both parties share common secret key. Now here symmetric schemes they may require both parties share a common secret key. Why? Because it is have similar type. That's why they will share same common secret key. But whereas asymmetric schemes are not like that. So that is the point here. And the public key schemes require parties to acquire valid public keys. And next, have concern with doing both. We will see. So the key distribution. Now here, symmetric schemes are required both parties to share a common secret as per just now. So we have seen the point is symmetric keys, right? They require both parties share they can share same common key, no issues. But when you go for asymmetric, we require different keys. So from sender side and receiver is different type of process will be there. That's why we require asymmetric keys. But whereas in symmetric schemes, the common secret key will be shared. And this is how to securely distribute this key. Now here the point is how the key will be secure and how we are distributing this key is the point here. So now here we are protecting from others also, and frequent key changes can be desirable, and often secure system fail is due to break in the key distribution scheme. Sometimes we may failure of the key distribution also. Why? Because due to some small break of the entire key distribution process. So these are all the issues are related with key distribution. Now here, the given parties A and B have various keys distribution alternatives. The following are the different type of alternatives key distribution, how it can deploys. Now coming to A can select a key and physically deliver to B. This is the first scenario, right? And next second, third party can select and deliver key to A and B. So when you see the second, first process is normal process, but when you go for second process, so your third party may involve and they may can select and deliver key A to B. Next third, if A and B have communicated previously, can use previous key to encrypt a new key. If A and B have same communicated previous key, but they can encrypt a new key. And fourth scenario, if A and B have secure communication with a third party C can reply key between A and B. So these are the four type of scenarios. So how the others also enter into the network like party C in between A and B, the party C how it is involving, and the A and B how they are encrypting, right? And sometimes how third party can select and deliver key, right? These are the four type of key distribution scenarios and the alternatives of these key distributions. Now, key distribution task, when you see the graph, right? So, number of keys versus now here when you see, so how the key will be distributed here with the help of this following diagram. So this is the completely the scenario how alternatives of key will be distributed, number of keys and number of alternate process. So and next, we key hierarchy. Typically have a hierarchy of keys. So there are session keys and master keys. What is session key? What is master key? We'll see in detail. So session keys are temporary keys. So they are encrypted between users, right? And one logical session then discarded. So now here session keys are only time based temporary keys. Now coming to master key. Master key used to encrypt session keys and shared by user and key distribution center. So KDC, that is key distribution center, will take care of this master keys that will be generated by globally, right? And whereas session keys are only temporary keys for the sake of time being, temporarily they are encrypt data between users, right? So this is session key and the master key, the hierarchy of keys. When you see the in detail how master keys and session keys will be deployed, initially the following diagram will shows. So key hierarchy, this is the entire data, right? So cryptographic protection, this is the entire outside putting with cryptographic protection, right? And next sub session keys. Now session keys are here, same here, cryptographic protection, and cryptographic protection will be surrounded entire data, and session keys are generated like this: 1, 2, 3. This is entire data transmission. Horizontal is going to transmit the data, and vertical is nothing but session keys. Now here there are number of session keys we are generating, right? When you go for master keys, so same here, um, master keys there is no cryptographic protection, so it is a non-cryptographic protection actually, right? It is a non-cryptographic protection. Now here what happens is, so master keys only for key retrieval center will be delivered by this master keys. So there is no cryptographic features in master keys, right? So this is the hierarchy of key. And next, key distribution scenario, how we are going to distribute the key, right? We will see in detail. So the following diagram will show key distribution and key distribution scenario. Initially initiator A and a responder B will be there, like how sender and receiver. So initiator A, responder B. So these are the two communication parties. They are initially they are planning to establish the communication between them. For this, how KDC will be help, how key distribution center will help, we will see in detail. Initially, so initiator is initiation of the first process to the KDC. So it is initiated. So it is initiated to the KDC. It can approach the KDC for the key purpose, right? KDC, right? So initially it shows the identification number of A and B. So A and B, IDA and IDB, right? So in single iteration, so it will shows the entire information is carried to the key distribution center. And K distribution center is given encryption of KA, comma S, comma IDA, comma IDP, N1, comma E, encryption of KB, comma KS, KD, like that encryption. Now here KDC, what it will do is, so after accepting of these two, initiator A and responder B, the KDC will gives the particular keys of encrypted keys of particular identification numbers. So this is second iteration, right? So next in third iteration, what actually? So the initiator is once again it respond to the responder. So after receiving the keys, so in third step, third iteration, encryption of K of B, comma K of S, comma ID of A. So now here in third step, in third process, so initiator A is communicated with B with corresponding key delivered by received by the KDC, right? This is the third process, right? This is that nothing but third step, right? So now we coming to your fourth step. After receiving this message from initiator to responder, then responder responds. So to this fourth step, so encryption of case, comma N2. So this is nothing but here the responder will be responding for this particular initiator. And after once again initiator is going to give the reply to this responder E of K comma is F of N of 2. So now here all these are the notations, right? Notations, encryption process with corresponding K of A comma K of B with corresponding ID numbers. Now all these three steps, 1, 2, 3, these three steps are nothing but key distribution steps. And whereas now here once again 3, 4, 5 authentication steps. So 3, 4, 5 are authentication steps, and 1 to 3 are the key distribution steps. So this is the actually the scenario how key will be generated and distributed, how they are going to identify, how they are going to get the authentication process, right? How they are going to distribute the key. So this is the best scenario of how key will be distributed. Next, now key distribution issues. Hierarchy of key is required for large networks but must trust each other. And session key lifetime should be limited for greater security, right? And use of automatic key distribution on behalf of users but must trust the systems. And use of decentralized key distribution and controlling key usage. These are the different issues with related to the key distribution issues. So it have a lifetime, so it must be trusted for the networks, and it must be in behalf of users, and it must be automatic distribution and decentralized process and controlling process. So all these effective use of key usages, right? All these are the issues with respect of key distribution issues. So thank you for listening, everyone. Thank you.